Medical biochemistry involves the study of the biochemistry in relation to the human body, involving the normal physiology and pathology of the human body. So, in the medical biochemistry, we study about the chemistry of the human structures. Now, basically, we studied about the structure of the cell. More prominently, we study about the structure of the membranes, as membranes are mostly made up of the lipids, and we see that what type of lipids they are made up of, what type of the chemicals are actually part of it, whether they will be highly permeable or semi-permeable, whether they will allow a certain chemical to pass through it, like whether they will allow a certain drug to pass through it or any disease-causing agent to pass through it or not. Like the blood-brain barrier, it allows certain drugs to cross it and does not allow certain drugs to cross it. So that is the reason some drugs cause the nervous system side effects, and some drugs do not affect the nervous system. So because of this reason, it is important to study the chemistry of the human being, to study the structure of the human being, so that the proper diagnosis can be made, so that proper studies and research can be done about the various diseased processes, about the various drugs and the treatment options as well. Then, the key chemical processes. Key chemical processes are also studied in the medical chemistry that include the like the metabolism, the process of energy production. You can say the biological oxidation, the process of the respiration. These all are basically the key chemical processes. Electron transport chain, the citric acid cycle, all of these important cycles are studied in the biochemistry, and they help to know about the normal functioning of the body. When we will know about the normal functioning of the body, obviously then we can better treat the patient. Most of the researchers are then more able to make new drugs and new treatment options, and to cope up with the disease conditions. Then nutrition and metabolism, it is in the medical biochemistry, metabolism processes are also studied, and the nutrition aspect is also studied. Like in the treatment of some diseases, like the diabetes, that is due to the metabolic processes. Whenever there is any abnormality in these metabolic processes, that can also lead to the disease. So it is very important to study about these normal processes, to know about them, and to discover the treatment for these disease conditions, to understand these conditions. Then integrative aspects of the metabolism that involve the study how all these metabolic processes are involved, like how the citric acid cycle is connecting to the electron transport chain, how the carbohydrate metabolism is linked to the protein metabolism, like what will happen when the glucose metabolism will be decreased, in vice versa the protein breakdown will increase, and the fats that are stored, they will also release. So all of these integrative aspects are studied, that also help in the better diagnosis and better understanding of the human system. Then elements of the molecular biology are also discussed. Some elements of the molecular biology up to the cell level are also studied in the medical biochemistry. Moving on to the biochemistry and medicine. Now, this diagram is telling you the relation between the biochemistry and the medicine. Now, across this green line, just look at this thing. Here lies the biochemistry, and here is the medicine. Now you can see this side, there is the biochemistry, including the proteins, nucleic acid, lipids, and the carbohydrate. Now these are the normal processes of the human body. The biochemistry, normal things are here, like the carbohydrates are present inside the body, lipids are present, proteins are present, and the nucleic acids are present. Now what happens that there is an amino acid is missing, or there is some defect in the nucleic acid. What will happen? It will lead to the genetic disease. There is any defect in the protein, like the proteins are the RBCs are not produced normally. that will lead to the sickle cell anemia. Lipids are defective, that will produce atherosclerosis, that is due to the extra deposition of the lipid in the blood vessels. Then carbohydrates metabolism is disturbed. This will lead to the diabetes mellitus. So now you can better relate that how the normal processes are related to the disease processes, and why it is very important to study about these normal processes to cure and to diagnose the patient, and to cure the patient. Even it is more important to know the normal processes of the body, so that you can go for better treatment option for your patients. New drug formation. As I told you, in our body is, you can say that it is very different from a different point of view. Like you can say that as it is made up of various cells, various membranes, and various other structure. All of these structures are different in different sides of the body. Their behavior is different in different conditions. Like some membranes are highly permeable, some are selectively permeable, and some are highly permeable in normal cases, but in case of the diseases, they will become selectively permeable. So in order to design a drug, a new medicine, it is very important to study about the normal processes or the disease processes that are taking place inside the body, so that you can make your drug accordingly and you can target your drug inside your body. And when you know that this is also very important to know that what will happen to the drug inside your body, how the drug will move inside the body, and how it will reach the target, and whether it will be able to produce its effect or not. So that's how biochemistry help in the new drug formation. Then not only in the formation of new drug, it is also helpful in determining the drug interaction of the drugs that are already known. Like you are prescribing a medicine that is basically an infusion to your patient, that is a combination of you can say dextrose and any other antibiotic. So you are prescribing this medicine, and you know that there is you must be familiar that there is any interaction of these two medicine when you will combine it in infusion or not. Obviously, when there will be any interaction, it will produce severe side effects in your patient, and your patient can even die. Now, what are these drug interactions? They are basically the chemical reactions that takes place between the two chemicals. Like you are infusing your patient with a dextrose and any antibiotic. So both of these are chemicals, and they can give a worse reaction, or they can react to produce a product that is not tolerable in the patient. So the patient condition may go worse. So that's why that's how the biochemistry is involved in the drug interaction. Then determining the disease pathology. When you are studying about the normal processes, when you are studying about the chemicals processes, the chemicals that are produced inside your body during the disease processes, you can better understand the mechanism of the disease. Like bacteria are present inside your body. Bacteria are producing toxins. What are toxins? Toxins are the chemicals. So by studying the chemical nature of these toxins, you can better understand that how to kill those bacteria, or how to make a better treatment option for those bacteria. Or by studying the biochemical nature of those bacteria, you can understand. And also obviously when there is a disease condition, the normal processes change. That will help you when you will study it. It will help you in the treatment and diagnosis. Then vitamins. Vitamins are also very important in the proper functioning of your body. Like you can say that they are making you able to perform certain functions. Like vitamin C, vitamin B12, they also act as a cofactor, and they are involved in the normal important functions of the body, like the formation of the DNA. They are also involved there. So these vitamins are basically studied under the field of the biochemistry. Their structure, their nature, their effects, all of these are studied about in the biochemistry. Then another thing that is important here is the hormones. Hormones are the chemical messenger that are released inside our body and that perform various functions like the growth, like they control the emotions, like they are involved in the normal metabolism, metabolic processes, and the urine production, and stimulating the body for heat production, and so on. So these hormones are basically studied under the field of medical biochemistry. Their structure, their function, their secretion, their regulation, all of these things are studied under the biochemistry. Nowadays, there are so many problems that are due to these hormones, especially in the females, because of these increased problems. It is very important to study about the normal process of hormone, their structure, their function, to cope up with these diseases. Like in case when there is a decrease in the level of the hormone in the body, you have to supplement the hormone in the form of the medicine. Now, how will you supplement the hormone? Obviously, you can do it when you know the nature, the structure, and the chemistry of the hormone. You know it, you can synthesize it in the lab, and you can give it to your patient, and that will obviously help in the treatment and to cope up with the disease. Also, there can be a defect in the whole process of the secretion of the hormone, or that may cause an excess in the level of hormone. So all of these things are studied under the medical biochemistry, and to make the patient condition better and to cope up with the hormonal disorders.